Hello everybody, Mobius Y here with another video for Stellaris Console Edition. Today's video is going to be discussing one of the core mechanics of the game, and this video's topic will be about science, which is one of the basic resources in the game. Before continuing with the video, if you'd like to see more Stellaris Console content, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. I upload at least once a week as per my stream schedule, and sometimes more. Science points are the resources your empire generates towards unlocking new technologies to make your empire more productive and more powerful. Each technology your empire researches has a base cost in science before it is fully researched, and the new technology is unlocked. As time goes on, more rare and advanced technologies will become available to your empire, and these technologies will require much more science before they are completed. Because of this, it's important to constantly try and increase your empire's total output of science. There are three fields of science. The first is physics, which is represented by the blue lithium atom. Society is the second and is represented by the green wireframe sphere. Third is engineering and is represented by the light orange gear. You can look at your empire's monthly production of science in all three fields at any time by looking at the top of the HUD, just to the right of the middle. This video will focus strictly on the production of science. The technology screen, including research speed bonuses and calculating total science output, will be covered in another mechanics video. Throughout your game, it's important to continuously increase the amount of monthly science points your empire generates. There are three ways this can be accomplished. The first method is by constructing science-producing buildings on your planets, with the science lab being the most common of these buildings. The basic science lab is available to every empire at the start of the game, and generates a small amount of science in all three fields. However, as the game progresses and you unlock new technologies, these science labs can be upgraded to specialize in a particular field. The physics lab generates larger amounts of physics points, the bio lab will increase the output of society points, and the engineering facility will increase the generation of engineering points. There are also some other buildings that produce science in all three fields, such as the Research Institute, but you'll also find there are buildings which only produce science in one or two specific fields. For example, the Frontier Clinic only produces some society points, while the Military Academy produces both society and engineering points. All of these buildings do provide additional bonuses, however, so it is wise to keep them in mind. The second way you can increase your empire's output of science points is by constructing research stations in space with a construction ship. As your science ships survey the galaxy, you may find there are some celestial bodies that generate some science. If the object is within your borders, you can construct a research station in orbit and your monthly science production will be increased. Also, if you have the Utopia DLC installed, which I highly recommend, you can construct a Science Nexus megastructure. This massive research laboratory generates a huge amount of science in all three fields when it is fully completed, and having more than one can transform your empire into a technological powerhouse. Finally, you can increase your empire's science production by numerous available bonuses in the game. Some of these bonuses can be found in the creation of a custom empire. The species traits Natural Physicists, Natural Sociologists, and Natural Engineers grants a production bonus from your organic pops in its respective field, while the trait Intelligent gives a bonus to all three fields. You can even use one of your science ships to increase science production on one of your planets. Once you have the required technology, you can order a science ship to assist research with the planet. Doing so will increase the science output of that planet. There are also various bonuses that you can discover in every game you play that increase your empire's production of science. For example, if you have access to the strategic resource Dark Matter, your empire receives a bonus to its production of physics points. Lastly, if you have the Leviathans DLC installed, which I also highly recommend, you can communicate with one of the curator enclaves and pay them a fee to help with your empire's research. This will grant a temporary but powerful bonus to your empire, and it can be reacquired every 10 years. Before closing out on this video, I want to point out that the base cost of technologies is further increased depending on the number of colonies and number of pops in your empire. Due to these additional increases, it's crucial that as your empire expands, you are constructing additional science labs and research stations to further increase your empire's output of science. If your empire expands without continuously increasing its science output, you may find yourself on the wrong side of a war against an enemy that has superior technology to yours. Keep your empire's technology on par with others as best as you can, so that you can avoid having a hostile rival use your own people as test subjects for their new advanced weapons. That sums up this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and as said earlier, subscribe to the channel for more content. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below where you'll find my Twitch channel, as I stream Stellaris Console at least once per week, typically on Tuesdays. You'll also find my Twitter feed, which is a great way to keep in touch with me, and I'll post important updates, such as if I have to postpone or cancel a stream. And also you'll find a link to my own personal Discord channel, which you can be a part of. Thanks for watching. This is Mobius signing off, and I hope to see you again real soon.